Cardi B has unhealthy obsession from Nicki Minaj. Hey guys, welcome and welcome back again to Ify Angel. If you are new here, thank you so much. My name is Ify and you're welcome. Please do well to subscribe if you've not done so yet. Turn on the bell notification so you don't get to miss any of our videos. You know, when your success is only because people hate another person, that is exactly the definition of the success that Cardi B has. Cardi B knows very well that hate for Nicki Minaj was what made her successful and relevant. And since then, Cardi B has refused to let go of her obsession for Nicki Minaj. Cardi B came into limelight a few years ago with a smash hit. And since she came into limelight, people started comparing. In fact, the moment she became popular from that song, they started comparing her to Nicki Minaj. And a lot of people, a lot of Nicki Minaj's haters, that is fans of other artists, especially the fans of Remy Ma, you know, those other rappers, like previous female rappers before Nicki Minaj, those ones faded away. They did not last like Nicki Minaj. So many of them see Nicki Minaj as enemy. And then when Cardi B came into limelight, they looked and they were like, okay, we can use this one to fight the battle that we did not win with all those other female rappers. So that was how all of them just joined together and became Cardi B's fans. Not that they like Cardi B, but because they hate Nicki Minaj. And I've been looking for someone that they could use to fight Nicki Minaj over the years. But each person that comes, that person always fades and the person doesn't last. So when Cardi B came and then she had a smash hit, they said, okay, this one is going to give us what we want. And that was how all of them started backing Cardi B. First off, they started comparing Cardi B to Nicki Minaj. And because Nicki Minaj has had issues with some music executives and some, you know, the top dogs in the industry. So those top dogs were fighting Nicki Minaj as well, though they are not as public as the fans, you know. So those top dogs took Cardi B in, then propped her up, and they engineered this whole Cardi B versus Nicki Minaj comparison that you see today. And that particular comparison is the reason why Cardi B is still relevant. It is the reason why Cardi B is successful, like still successful till this day. Because from where to where you go compare Cardi B and Nicki Minaj? Is it from the rap? Nicki Minaj has no rival, even among the men, like men rappers. Only few men can out-rap Nicki Minaj. So how do they bring about the comparison of Nicki Minaj and Cardi B? It was because attaching Cardi B's name to Nicki Minaj and making it look like it is Cardi B versus Nicki Minaj would make Cardi B big star, because all the haters of Nicki Minaj will move to Cardi B. And actually, that was exactly what happened. All haters of Nicki Minaj all moved to Cardi B, and they are the ones that call themselves the baddie gang today. Leave standship aside, let's be honest with ourselves. Cardi B is no match to Nicki Minaj when it comes to rap, when it comes to talent. You may like her personality, which is fine, like she's funny, I find that funny, but when it comes to rapping, Cardi B does not have the talent that Nicki Minaj has. So what brought about the comparison of Cardi B to Nicki Minaj? They have been trying all these years to end Nicki Minaj, because many of them felt like Nicki Minaj became successful and she didn't want to bend to their rules anymore. She didn't want to like be that, you know, that loyal servant that she used to be when she was upcoming to them anymore. So it angered them, it made them furious, it made them see Nicki Minaj, okay, you will deal with you. But because God blessed Nicki Minaj with Fanbase, so her Fanbase had been able to stand by her all through these years. And then when these top dogs saw Cardi B, they found a perfect match, something that they have been looking for all these years and failing at it. So they saw Cardi B and they were like, okay, we are going to use this one against her. And they have been using Cardi B against Nicki Minaj for years. If you disagree with me, ask yourself why Cardi B that just came a few years ago has a Grammy, but Nicki Minaj does not have a Grammy. Ask yourself, if Nicki Minaj was not blacklisted, tell me why Cardi B would have a Grammy and Nicki Minaj does not have Grammy. There are also other awards that Nicki Minaj did not have, but Cardi B had them. Is it that Cardi B is better than Nicki Minaj when it comes to rap? Is it that Cardi B is more talented than Nicki Minaj? So what does Cardi B do better than Nicki Minaj that Cardi B has Grammy and Nicki Minaj does not have Grammy? Have you listened to their lyrics? Nicki Minaj can write her own rap, Cardi B cannot write. It's not like there's something bad in it. There's no bad. There is songwriters for a reason. But then, why wouldn't Nicki Minaj, that writes the best lyrics, rap better than Cardi B, do not have Grammy, but Cardi B has Grammy. Cardi B that just came has Grammy. That should explain to you what I'm talking about. It is an open secret that Nicki Minaj has been blacklisted in the industry by the top dogs, those ones who wants to bend her, but she doesn't want to bend to them. See, there is this notion that a woman should, like, when a woman is too successful, she will become arrogant and she will no longer be obedient and under men or men's instruction. That is exactly what is playing out, because Nicki Minaj, when she was starting and she was doing their bidding, and then she blew up, and then she entered the industry fully, she learned and she got to know better. Now she decided that she's no longer going to bend over to you guys. And there is this thing that people do not understand. It is not everybody that has the personality of, when you see something wrong or when people do something wrong to you, you just swallow it and not complain. Nicki Minaj, that's not her personality. She call out whoever she wants to call out. If you offend her, she will call you out. She's a very loyal person. You can see the way Nicki Minaj and Lil Wayne, you can see the way the both of them interact, right? You can see the brotherly sister relationship that both of them has, right? You can see her relationship with Drake, right? Nicki Minaj is a very loyal person, and if you stand by her, she will stand by you. If you dare for her, she go there for you. She does not do eye service, and she does not pretend. That is one thing about her. And sometimes people tend to see people that are outspoken as very aggressive and, how would I put this, very troublesome. When you speak, when people hurt you and you speak or you react to what the people did to you, you will become the aggressor, and them now will become the victim. That is exactly what is playing out. Nicki Minaj has helped most of these people today that are fighting her. She has helped them in one way or the other since she became a superstar. Cardi B saw that opportunity. She saw that, okay, this thing would make me become popular and stay long in the game. And Cardi B took it. That is a smart idea, you know, that is a smart business idea. That is good. But in the long run, it does not last. Do you know why? Because you cannot just pack haters of another person as your lovers. When you reach to a certain level, those people will not stand by you because they do not actually love you. They only hate your rival. They only hate someone else. It's not because they love you, but because they hate someone else. You see how Babs ride with Nicki Minaj, right? That is a fan base because they love Nicki Minaj for Nicki Minaj. They love her for her talent. They love her because of who she is, not because they hate another person. When Megan Thee Stallion, when she came into the spotlight, she met Nicki Minaj. She was all clingy to Nicki Minaj, you know. And then Nicki Minaj gave her a verse. The moment she blew up, she had to go and pitch her tent to haters of Nicki Minaj because she knows that staying with Nicki Minaj will not give her the relevance she seeks in the industry. She needs to be at the opposing side for her to be relevant in the industry and for her to achieve her dream of becoming a superstar. So what did she do? She had to go and pinch her tent with those people that hate Nicki Minaj. And she forgot that Nicki Minaj is still the same person that gave her the limelight, the same person that stood by her when she was upcoming. Now, Nicki Minaj is now the devil, while Megan Thee Stallion and other people are the angels. It's okay, there's nothing wrong with it, but that is life for you. Other upcoming rappers, many of them are also following that lead, even though some have not like really come out like Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, but many of them are also following the lead because they just want to be at the opposite. Nicki Minaj is just like a powerhouse, you know, and if you are opposing that powerhouse, it will give you relevance that you want. That is exactly what is playing out. Everybody wants to oppose Nicki Minaj because opposing Nicki Minaj will give you relevance. And Cardi B do not want to let go. In fact, Cardi B felt like, okay, other artists, like other upcoming artists are taking her spots and she's fading away. So she had to bring it back. Recently, Nicki Minaj had issues with Jay-Z and Roc Nation. And according to Nicki Minaj, Jay-Z owed her money and she was calling Jay-Z out. And then Cardi B, that was supposed to release an album, she released an album. I didn't even know that she was rolling out album until she came for Nicki Minaj. When she told Nicki Minaj to shut up and stop typing and stop tweeting. And I'm like, Cardi B is telling Nicki Minaj to stop tweeting. Cardi B that even the dirtiest linet, like the most private things about her are on social media, and it's not another person that put it out. It is her. She put those things out on social media by herself, and shamelessly she put those things on social media. The same Cardi B that had a social media divorce. Up until this moment, Cardi B share every single thing about her life on social media. She dragged her baby papa. She dragged people on social media. She say even her fans. She even fight with her fans on social media. The same Cardi B is telling Nicki Minaj to stop tweeting. Make it make sense. So she was rolling out an album, and she felt like Nicki Minaj was taking the spotlight and nobody will hear about her album. She needed to go and attach herself to Nicki Minaj because that was exactly what gave her the relevance that she started with in the first place. And since Nicki Minaj started ignoring Cardi B, she has faded. So she needed to revive her career. She had to go back to attacking Nicki Minaj to gain relevance. But Nicki Minaj ignored her. So she needed to go back to Nicki Minaj to get some clout. Because since Nicki Minaj started ignoring Cardi B, she has faded, like her relevance has reduced. So she needed that relevance back. And that was why she started attacking Nicki Minaj. Unprovoked, totally unprovoked. Nicki Minaj didn't mention her name. Nicki Minaj didn't talk about her. She was solely focusing on Jay-Z that she had issues with. Even the Jay-Z itself didn't reply Nicki Minaj, publicly at least. But Cardi B had the effrontery to go and reply Nicki Minaj because opposing Nicki Minaj is what fuels the support that she gets, and she don't want to let go. Tell me what you think about this issue. We can disagree to agree. I just aired my own opinion. My opinion still stands. Let me know your own opinion in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've not subscribed, please do want to subscribe. Turn on the bell notification. Thank you, and see you all in the next one. Bye.